October 12th, 1926.
Who delivered you?
Dr. McCrae.
Do you remember anything about Dr. McCrae as you were growing up?
Oh, yes. When I had need for medical attention, well, I always, of course, went to Dr. McCrae as long as he practiced.
What kind of a guy was he?
Well, he was a nice fellow. He was very opinionated.
In what way?
Well, you know, he was his own man. I knew him real well because I went to him a lot, and he was well liked, but at the same time, he was very opinionated in his opinion, and he didn't not necessarily believe what anybody else said because his word was it.
Was he still making house calls when you were younger?
I don't, oh yeah, I think so, but I always went to him.
Where was his office?
Well, where there isn't anything now. It was on the corner there, east of Bob Stillinger's place. He had a nice big house there and used it as a office and also as a hospital.
Were you ever treated in the hospital?
No, I was treated in his office many times, but I never was in his office, only to go in there with him.
Was Mother McCrae around very much?
Well, she kept at home. She was not very much around here. I know that she traveled with him all over, but you never saw her unless she went to the property, and she was always in the other room until he'd call her out there. And I remember many times he'd say, "Mother, come here," and she'd come out there, and he'd say, ask her or tell her something, and then she'd go back in her room.
What about his son? How do you pronounce that? Lorraine or?
Yeah, Lorraine. I didn't know him. I mean, I saw him because he came here sometime, but I never knew much about him.
So his son became a doctor too.
Yes, he was a doctor. But he never practiced medicine here. He had pretty much left and went to, I think, medical school and ended up someplace else. And I didn't hardly know him because he never was around here except to come visit.
Yeah, he's quite a bit older than you too, wasn't he?
Yes, yes.
So I heard that he made his own casket.
He did. He made one for he and his mother, his wife. He always called her mother. And he made those two caskets, and he had them on display there back down there in where his hospital, he called it. And he liked woodworking. He did a lot of woodworking.
Did you know he was an atheist?
He wasn't an atheist until his later years. After his daughter died, he became very bitter and sort of turned on the world. He was a nice guy until I always liked him, but I lost a lot of respect for him when he became so bitter. Then he became an atheist and felt like there was no hope for anybody.
Mm. Which daughter was that? Euro?
He had two girls, didn't he? I don't really know what either one of them died of. I just knew that the doctor became very bitter when he lost his first daughter, and he was. That's when he became an atheist and didn't believe that. If he couldn't control it, nobody else could.
When he died, if he was an atheist, was there a funeral in a church? What did he do?
Yeah, they had a funeral, I think at the Methodist church. That's where he'd gone until he became bitter. And it was kind of too bad because he was so well liked. Yet he sort of turned on everybody after his daughter died. He thought the world was against him.
Mm.